Oh, I guess the Iceman is here. The man of 1,000 holds.
On bar, baby.
Oh man. Welcome to Cheap Pops. I'm Dave.
I'm Nick.
And if you've never seen the show before, well, you should have, because we're 75 episodes in. But
75!
We talk wrestling, we talk, video games, movies, all kinds of stuff. But before we get into it, I need to thank George Livinitis. He does artwork for Jim Cornette. He does the thumbnails to the YouTube.
Nice.
And I thought he's a good enough artist to take our logo. Our logo has just the... Actually, I'll put that logo down in the thing. Has just the torso and the thumbs up and everything. So I wanted a full body one, and he knocked this out of the park. The Bret Hart style tights. He got the boots just right. You wanted the spray paint, CP on there for Cheap Pops. This is awesome.
I have to thank Alex for saying the spray paint.
Yeah, so this is going to be made into a giant cardboard cutout, and this is going to be with us when we go to shows. And do you remember what name we came up with for this?
Crash Powers.
Crash Powers.
Sorry.
Crash Powers.
Crash.
You came up with the CP part, and I was like, I wanted Crash, and then I was like, Powers. They both have wrestling connotations to them. Perfect for us. So you will be seeing this more often. I'm definitely getting this put on a shirt, so I love it. This is an awesome logo. Right.
We still have to thank Davey Cole for coming up with the original logo for us.
Yes, Dave Cole definitely came up with the original, so that definitely... And my buddy Steve went to SmackDown in Albany, New York, and he went to a bar, and they were handing out WWE stuff, so he gave me the WWE Undisputed Title slap band with Seagram spiked on there, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know how often I'll wear it, but, it's a slap bracelet. It's pretty... But this, he thought his son would want it, but he didn't want it. Seagram spiked with the WWE logo, a big tin sign.
Nice.
I have a door with, WWE and WCW license plates, so this is going to go above that. I love this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
So... Too bad it's mine, it's not yours. So, I wanted to show that.
That's okay. I got my own sign.
You do. So,
it's got my name on it.
That's true. So, a few news and notes. What? The list of Nick.
Yeah.
It just fucking says arm bar the whole time. Is that your best move? Just arm
Yes.
bar? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Later on in the list, we got arm drag.
Oh, arm drag? All right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's alright. I mean, it's a nice clipboard, I gotta say. That's nice. Rest in peace, Dory Funk Jr.
Yes.
Like you said, we're losing a lot of, legends and stuff, and it sucks. But, I mean, a lot of these guys that were born in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, they lived hard lives, and it's their time, unfortunately, and that sucks, but... I don't know if I've ever sat down and watched a Dory Funk Jr. match. Maybe when he was Hoss Funk, with Terry and WWF, but... I
watched some of his stuff in WCW.
His stuff just for me wasn't really... Kind of like Harley Race. Don't get me wrong. Harley Race, great wrestler, just not really my style. You know what I mean? So rest in peace, Dory Funk Jr. This really only matters to me. Death Before Dishonor on the 21st of August for the pure title, Steph DeLander versus Deonna Purrazzo. I think that's going to be a hell of a match. We met Steph DeLander at one of the Wrestling Classics, so that I think that's going to be a really good match.
We both have to give a shout out to Kevin Owens said it. Sometimes things are way bigger than wrestling. To Rebel.
Yeah, he gave a shout out to Rebel on the SummerSlam post show. That was really cool. TNA has done it as well. TNA acknowledged it,
and we definitely want to give a shout out.
I'm gonna buy one of the Rebel Heart shirts, and they are doing a Rebel Heart AEW show on the 9th of September. All the proceeds
Awesome.
are going to go towards ALS research. So.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, what she's going through, I mean, it's a terminal diagnosis. So,
Yes.
You know, which is, but a lot of the wrestlers are doing the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge and nominating other people. The one with Mick Foley was hilarious.
Yes.
You know,
she nominated Cody Rhodes for one of them and a couple other wrestlers.
yeah, so I mean, I'm sure they'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks, but at least they're raising awareness for it, which is good.
I might actually send you the money to order me one of the Rebel Heart shirts.
Okay,
too.
that sounds good. But speaking of Mick Foley,
Yes.
at the Redemption pay-per-view, he did an interview between Lena Cross and Megan Bayne of Divine Dominion, and they said bow down, but he started saying bow wow and barking like a dog. Which, my thing is people are saying, you know, it makes Mick Foley look stupid. This is the guy that wore a sock on his hand for the last 15 years of his career. Like,
And
get over yourselves. Like,
come on, look, Commissioner Foley, people.
and I'm sorry if I'm sitting between Lena Cross and Megan Bayne and they tell me to bark like a dog. I'm probably going to bark like a dog. I'm just saying, you know. But, yeah, just some people are taking themselves way too seriously when it comes to what's happening in wrestling right now. Mike Santana has debuted for NXT. He changed his name to Cruz Montana, and it's to honor his father, you know, so that people are getting way too worked up about that too. Well, we changed his name. He has that name. He has Mike Santana trademarked. So WWE wants to, you know, they want to own the name. So, you know, it just, and when he goes back on the indies, or if he goes back on the indies or whatever, he can always use Mike Santana again. Just, some people just need to calm down a little bit.
Really calm the fuck down.
One thing that makes me really happy, Raquel Rodriguez is the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. I'm so happy about that.
Did you see what she did with the belt?
The barbed wire wrapped around the belt is so awesome. So great.
I'm happy to see... Was it part of the pay-per-view? That I don't want to give it away if it was part of the pay-per-view.
Go ahead. I mean, we're gonna...
Chelsea Green winning the women's title.
Yeah, the interim women's title. Yeah,
Yes.
That's really cool. We'll definitely be talking about SummerSlam. Collision for July 30th. The Motor City Machine Guns debuted, and there's a match I think everybody should see. The Rascals versus the Demand for the Trios titles.
Ooh.
Amazing match. And then for the Ice Bucket Challenge, Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, and Kyle O'Reilly. Rhino and the Insane Clown Posse dumped the ice onto them. So that was...
Nice.
Because they were in Detroit, which is really cool. And the Insane Clown Posse are the only team, because they are a team, they were wrestlers as a team, to be in WWF, ECW, WCW, TNA, Ring of Honor, and AEW. The only group to ever do that. So that's awesome.
And it kind of sucks that they never won a freaking title.
Right, yeah, that would have been cool.
Wait, and their own promotion, JCW, so 7.
Yeah. The only thing, before we get into the next thing, I bought this because I want to have something to display with my Bruno Sammartino action figure. It's Major League Wrestling, the Boston Garden. The main event is Ken Patera versus Bruno Sammartino. Look at Hulk Hogan with the singlet back.
I actually have that action figure.
Yeah, but listen to this card. Okay, tonight's official lineup. Saturday, February 9th, 1980 at the Boston Garden. Silvano Sousa versus Dave Darrow. Tony Marzino versus Mike Duggan from Glens Falls, New York. That was before he was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He was Mike Duggan. That's so cool.
Can I show this off real quick?
Yeah.
Hello!
The new Ultimate Edition Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Look how many accessories come with him.
Yeah, it's got...
Even the American flag in the background?
Yeah, it's got the red, white, and blue 2x4, a regular 2x4, the T-shirt,
dude, this
the
looks
crown
awesome.
from when he was King Duggan. Yeah, I can't wait to open that. And
oh, definitely.
But back to Jose Estrada versus Joe Crognoli. Have no idea. Johnny Rods versus Rene Goulet. The Great Hussein Arab. Do you know who that is?
Is Isn't that the Iron Sheik?
It was the Iron Sheik, you're right. Versus Larry Zbyszko.
The living legend, Larry Zbyszko.
Yep. The semifinal, Swede Hansen versus Ivan Putski. Special grudge match, Captain Lou Albano versus Pat Patterson. In the main event, the world's strongest human, Ken Patera, versus the living legend of wrestling, Bruno Sammartino.
Nice.
This thing looks like it was printed yesterday.
Oh, definitely.
So when I saw that on eBay, I had to buy it.
I get. How much did you say that you paid?
$22?
That's not bad.
Nope, for something that I'm just going to display, yeah.
Yeah, and... Dude, it barely any... Dude, it definitely looks like it's brand freaking new.
Yeah. And Tito Santana and Ivan Putski on the back of it.
Yep.
We went to an event at a bar called Sporty's Iron Duke Saloon in Minerva, New York. What did we go see?
Micro Wrestling!
The Micro Wrestling Federation. It's little people, midgets, whatever you want to call them. I want to say thank you to Jenna for going with us, and my friends Kevin and David for showing up and enjoying the show. It was an interesting show. The ring was tiny. Tiny. Which I didn't expect them to be in a regular ring, but it was tiny.
It was a micro ring.
It was a micro ring.
I was waiting to see the Micro Man.
Right. The announcer did commentary through the whole show over the live microphone, which was weird, but whatever. I mean,
and they were playing music throughout the whole entire match.
Yeah, that was weird too. I don't know why, but Zach Presley versus Deuce Perry. Presley up to a crossface. Gomez Jr., who was a heavyset dude that kind of looked like Gomez Adams, kind of.
In the face, but mostly.
And all these guys had their own entrance music. Now,
yes.
I'm not talking like they came out to, regular music. They had their own specific entrance music, was great.
It was tremendous.
Against Disco Dom, Gomez won with a flatliner. Ben Urkel versus Mr. Nice Guy, the Gold Mouth Big Dog.
He was impressive.
Right. Ben Urkel was talking about being bullied and stuff, and then he completely turned heel before the match started, which was great. But like you said, Mr. Nice Guy, very athletic.
Yes.
Best one so far. I'm going to post pictures on cheappops.com because I got some good pictures of Mr. Nice Guy doing a frog splash, and I got him mid-flight, so definitely going to... then you'll be able to see
it's not a frog splash, it's a tadpole splash.
Right. But it was, I got pictures of the tiny ring and all that stuff, too.
Oh, God, I love the tiny ring.
And then the champion, the Redneck Brawler, defending the title in a micro rumble. It was pretty much everybody else, everybody in the show came out for the rumble, and Lil Show eliminated Mr. Nice Guy and retained the title.
What did I say that I was hoping to see, but they didn't do it?
I don't know.
A mini ref bump.
Oh, yeah. Well, the ref had to be in every match, so, I'm not surprised they didn't do a ref bump. It was tremendous. Just
yes.
It was so entertaining.
I wouldn't mind going to another one.
I would, too. I think it would be fun. It took a while to find the bar and all that stuff, but it just seeing that tiny little ring. And also... your prices for your merchandise. $40 for just your logo t-shirt and $40 for a camouflage hat with your logo. You might want to lower them a little bit because I was ready to buy a hat because they looked pretty cool. It was like a camouflage trucker hat with their logo on it. It looked pretty cool. But I'm not paying $40 for a hat. I'm not. That's Fanatics WWE prices that I wouldn't pay for either.
I was surprised to actually run into both my uncles there.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But, thank you to Jenna for going with us. It was a really good time, and, I would like to do it again. Did you watch any of AEW Redemption, the pay-per-view from Montreal?
bits and pieces on Facebook.
Well, I had the day off because I wasn't feeling well. My boss actually let me have the day off, so I watched it. On the buy-in, the commentators were Nigel McGuinness, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. And Daddy Magic brought out the Rougeau brothers, which was really, really cool because we've met the Rougeaus.
Yes.
Rocky Romero came out and interrupted. Raymond Rougeau hit him with a really good kick, and then Daddy Magic and Jacques did a double clothesline, so it was really cool. In Montreal, to have the Rougeaus a part of it was actually really cool. The Trios title, Lethal Twist, which is Lee Johnson, Blake Christian, and Jay Lethal against the Conglomeration. I think the Lethal Twist is great as a group, but the Conglomeration retain. And just like they've done lately, they started the first match during the buy-in, and then it went into the pay-per-view, which was the six-way ladder match for the international title shot. Beast Mortos versus Nick Wayne versus El Clone versus Commander versus Speedball Mike Bailey versus Jack Perry. Mortos was really, really good in this match, but the hometown favorite Speedball won. And
we have actually got to see him wrestle live, and we ran into him in the parking lot later that night.
Yeah, at the TNA show. That's right. The Young Bucks versus John Moxley and Will Ospreay.
John Minetti?
Yeah, John. That's on the past episode. You could take a checklist of the Young Bucks moves and just go, because that's what they did through the entire match.
Did they do a super kick?
They did plenty of super kicks, yeah.
Super kick party!
Nick Jackson was acting like his head was hurt, so Ospreay showed compassion. I wrote many super kicks to get the Bucks to win. Like, Ospreay was like on his knees, and the Young Bucks just super kicked him over and over and over again. So, the international title, Kyle Fletcher versus Bandito. This was an AEW match all the way. Amazing athleticism. Kyle Fletcher retained with a brainbuster. And then this match was rough to watch. A double chain tag match. The Dogs versus Juice Robinson and Switchblade Jay White. It was really sloppy at times. I enjoyed it, but the Death Riders and the Bang Bang Gang got involved. Finlay used his shillelagh to get the win. TBS title. Maya World
I missed this shillelagh
versus Hikaru Shida. Not going to lie, I didn't care about this match. Maya World won the TBS title. I haven't liked Shida since she turned heel, so Taz came out and replaced Nigel on commentary. Why couldn't he replace Shivani? Just less Shivani would have been better, but
I love Shivani back in WCW.
He's late 2000 Tony Schiavone, where he just yells and gets excited about everything, whether it's bad or not.
You want to know who my favorite growing up besides King and JR, and I know who your favorites are, was Dusty Rhodes, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and Mike Tenay, or Tony Schiavone.
Yeah.
All them on commentary.
Yeah, Tenay only was on there if Shivani was on there. Like, he was like a fourth, yeah. Yeah, that was, yeah.
But I love Bobby Heenan and Dusty Rhodes. Just going back and forth between the both of them. I love it.
It was crazy. So once Taz got out there, they did the tag titles. Cage and Cope versus Claudio and Pac. Pac and Claudio attacked before the match. It was a good tag match. Cage and Cope retain. It's going to be the Young Bucks versus Cage and Cope at All In for the tag titles.
How much do you want to bet they're going to have the Young Bucks win?
Probably. No Holds Barred, the Painmaker Chris Jericho versus Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa pulled out a hockey stick, got a pop. It's in Montreal, I'm not surprised. Jericho dumps out a bag of hockey pucks that have tacks glued to them. They used mirrors, like they smashed mirrors. One of them was painted up with like Jericho's Painmaker paint. Jericho wins by submission by drilling Tommaso Ciampa in the head with a power drill.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. This match I really was surprised about and I really liked. The national title, Mark Davis versus Andrade. Andrade is super over. Him pulling off his pants, going out and taking selfies with chicks on, outside the ring. The How You Know is totally over. Totally over. They gave Davis more offense than I expected.
That's the thing. WWE has great talent, but they just won't fucking just...
Yeah. Andrade's the new national champion, so that's really cool. Women's title, Teklo versus Willow. Willow did a sick powerbomb on Sky Blue to the floor. You could hear the thud of Sky Blue hitting the floor. It was gnarly.
Hey, I gotta ask, do you love Blue?
I do love Blue. Not as much as I love Julia Hart. Willow won with a backslide. How often do you see somebody winning with a backslide?
Right.
So she's the new women's champion.
You know what I haven't seen in a long time? The abdominal stretch.
You don't see the abdominal stretch very much.
Or arm bar.
Yeah. The world title match, the main event, Kenny Omega versus Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight is an amazing athlete. Just don't put a microphone in his hand.
You should have a mouthpiece for him.
Yeah. Well, he's in the Don Callis family. I don't know why they keep giving him interview time.
Don't give him interview time, damn it.
Very competitive match. Omega retained with the one-winged angel. Then the Death Riders attack. They put the chair on his neck like they're going to stomp his neck. But Will Ospreay comes out and pulls the chair off. Jon Moxley pulls out a plastic bag and hands it to Will Ospreay, wanting him to smother him with the bag. But Will Ospreay struggles very badly to tear the bag, and then chases the Death Riders out with a chair, so he's babyface again, and the Death Riders are heels.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of the Death Rider
But
bullshit.
then Kenny Omega hits Will Ospreay with a one-wing angel. So how's that for gratitude? You know?
Really?
And Kenny Omega is kind of playing the heel, but not a heel, kind of like a tweener, you know. So because Will Ospreay has got to be the babyface to go into Wembley Stadium, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Did you happen to catch Dark Side of the Ring, the Big Boss Man episode?
You said it was on YouTube, right?
Yes, the episodes are on YouTube now. Yeah.
All right, so I gotta. I did find Dark Side of the Ring on Tubi though.
Did you? That's
I
cool.
wonder if the new episodes are gonna be on there. If they are, then I'll definitely try to check them out.
There might be, but it might be easier to grab them on YouTube or whatever.
I'll still try to sit down and watch them on YouTube.
I mean, I'm not going to give anything really away.
I definitely want to watch besides the Big Boss Man one, is the Renegade. I really want to see that.
I just watched that one today. That one was pretty good. But they had Jim Crockett footage of him when he first started in a singlet, which was just wild to see, before he was even Big Bubba Rogers. But they showed the stuff with Pepper, you know, him cooking Pepper. And they showed him with Big Show's father's funeral, dragging the casket. But they didn't talk about the Kennel from Hell. It's the Dark Side of the Ring, and you don't talk about one of the most famous, worst matches of all time.
Really?
And you had Al Snow on there to talk about the Pepper thing, but you don't. I love Dark Side of the Ring, but sometimes the decisions they make, sometimes I don't understand.
I liked where they talked about the story where they didn't have the chair gimmicked, and he took a full fucking chair and just...
Yeah. Yeah, with Dusty Rhodes hitting him. Yeah, they showed that footage.
Yes.
Cool. They showed the cage match from Saturday Night's Main Event where they do Hogan suplexes him off the top of the big blue cage. But I want to say there is... I can't remember if it's on Hulkamania 4 or not, which is my favorite video of all time. They have one from Madison Square Garden where they were doing like prep for this cage match that they were going to do on Saturday Night's Main Event. It's almost exactly the same, but Bossman gets even higher when they do the suplex, and it's an awesome. So if you can find it where it's not the Madison Square Garden one, or maybe yes, it is. It's the Madison Square Garden one, not the Saturday Night's Main Event one. Awesome. He had a painkiller addiction, which is sad but understandable. I mean, a lot of those guys have that, yes, unfortunately. But the saddest part for me is when he had his heart attack, his daughter had just learned CPR in school, and she was the one that gave him CPR before the paramedics got there. That, I can't imagine having to give my family member CPR, or especially my father, like that. That would mess me up for good, but it was a really good episode. Jim Cornette was really good on it, and I really enjoyed it. And the Renegade one is actually really good.
I can't wait to actually sit down and watch that.
He was around in that longer WCW than I thought he was.
Yes.
But before we get into any other stuff, I went to JB's Trading Cards. Shout out to JB's Trading Cards in Hudson Falls, New York. And I bought MLW trading cards. These are 2026. These are new. I mean, MLW has money now. The first person on here is Killer Cross. He's the MLW champion. Mystico, who was Sin Cara in WWE. He was Mystico before he was Sin Cara.
Yes.
Shotzi Blackheart's on here. Matt Riddle. 10 cards per box. Says find 2 autographs per box on average. So we're going to slice this open right now and see what we get. Every once in a while we'll do an unboxing of stuff here. Just to, something a little different. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's one this box for 1 pack of cards, which is kind of funny to me. But if there's 2 autographs in this will be awesome. Let's see what we get. Soberano Jr. Oh, Selena De La Renta. That's cool. Who's this? Matthew Justice. It's an autograph, number 73 of 73 of 99. I have no idea who he is, but still, that's really cool. Oh, Atlantis. That's cool. This is like a Lucha legend.
Yes.
Atlantis. That's pretty cool.
What kind of fucking autograph is that?
I know, but I like the Atlantis one. Like the Atlantis one is.
Yes.
The Atlantis one is pretty cool. I'll take pictures of that and post it on our Facebook. Shoko Nakajima, Paul London. I've actually met Paul London.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Artistry in Motion, Himawari. I have no idea who Himawari is. Oh, Kojima. That's pretty simple. Koshi Kojima. Carl Anderson, and then a Trevor Lee card, 20 of 99. I'm not mad at that. I got 2 autographs in the box, and one of them is a Lucha legend, Atlantis. I'm definitely happy about that. I will take a picture of. Actually, I'll take pictures of all the cards, but yeah, that one, that's really Matthew Justice. It's basically just an M and a J, like that.
Yeah, that's.
I'm sure I'm probably seen him before, but I don't care. But the Atlantis, that's
the
cool.
thing I like the autograph from this crate, past crate.
Oh, the pro wrestling crate. Yeah.
Yes.
Who was the autograph?
You gotta know, bruh.
Yeah, your favorite, Vince Russo.
Yeah, your favorite there, buddy.
So
don't you know he came up with the Austin 316?
Yeah, he sure did.
He's actually doing a pretty good job with JCW with Violent J and stuff.
Yeah, I would agree. Right now on the hard camera behind the hard camera, we have playing OVW Independence Rage. It's on TNA Plus. If you don't know, OVW is now a developmental for TNA, and they did a 3-hour show, and it's on TNA Plus. Just search OVW Independence. Just search Independence Rage. Don't do OVW because it doesn't come up right. But first thing right out of the chute, Road Dogg is on commentary.
The Rovin' Road Dogg?
Rovin' Road Dogg. And he tries to do jokes way too much, and they're not good jokes at all. Yeah, he's not really that great on commentary in this, but it is cool to see him there. The first match is a TLC match for their Rush Division title. I'm assuming that's like their X Division.
Is that Kevin Thorne?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Oh,
we're going to talk about that. Brendan Balling versus JJ Lawson. Very good TLC match, both impressive. They did a Spanish fly off of the ladders through a table at one point. That was pretty cool. JJ Lawson got thrown through 2 tables. Balling is the new and 2-time Rush Division champion. Level 3, the J3 and Kirko Kai versus Adam Revolver and Shotgun Tony Gunn. There was problems with the members of Level 3 through the whole match. Kirko Kai walks out. Revolver and Gunn win. The Code Colby Carter versus Meadow from Bulgaria. The announcer on commentary called him Miro, which I thought was funny. Colby wins with a roll-up out of nowhere, and that is actually the match that is on behind us right now. The Media Championship, Steven Steele versus the Mayan Mauler, Drew Hernandez. Drew Hernandez is the champion. Surprised with Steele, he was impressive. Even did a rope walk into an arm drag, did the rope walk like the Undertaker into an arm drag.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's
My second favorite move, arm drag.
Yeah, he's built. I'm trying to think of who he's built like. He's built like James Ellsworth if James Ellsworth had a big midsection. Like he just incredibly impressive. Like I haven't seen a lot of OVW, and I want to watch it because their weekly TV show is on YouTube as well. So more content to watch.
Because we're used to what the old OVW when WWE was using them for developmental.
Yep. But like I don't want to just talk about AEW and WWE all the time. I want to have other stuff to watch. And like this, I want you to watch this. I mean, if you get TNA Plus, I really want you to watch this because it's actually a really good show. Steven Steele even did a suicide dive, and if you see this dude, it's kind of impressive. And Steele wins the title, so he's the new media champion. This name I think is really weird, but whatever. The Shepherd of Sheep, kind of redundant. Icon Lee versus the 80s Baby TW3. It was a strap match. Sloppy at times, but it was okay. TW3 wins. The tag titles. The Troublemakers versus Eric Surge and Anthony Toatelli versus Trifecta versus the Only Bros. The Only Bros were the champions. A tornado tag. At one point, one of the guys, the Trifecta the Troublemakers are like frat boys, and they give one guy a wedgie and then hit him with a shotgun drop kick, and then at one point they grab the guy and give him like an atomic wedgie, and they take his underwear and put it over the ring post so he's hanging there by his underwear, which is really, really funny. I wrote Toatelli is really impressive. He's a Samoan. Surge hits the detonator, which is like kind of like a pounce, and the momentum carries the other guy into a crucifix, and the Only Bros retain.
Can I say it? The pounce.
Yeah. So the Cal Hero or the match with Kevin Thorne, they were calling it "You Are the Man" match. You have to verbally say "You are the man" to instead of "I quit" or whatever. Cal Hero versus Kevin Thorne, but they changed his name to Seven, so he's going by Seven. I guess it's both.
Wait. So he's not wearing all white face paint?
No, he's not.
Wait. Where's my picture of Seven?
Yeah, it's long gone. At one point, Kevin Thorne has like Moxley's bulldog choke on, and the referee's got the microphone and he says, "Is he the man?" And Kevin says, "No, you are the biggest bitch I've ever met." It was great. Seven ended up saying he is the man, and then he said, "This is the torch. I'm passing it to you. You are the future of OVW." So that was really cool. I had no idea Kevin Thorne was in OVW, but that's really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah. For the OVW Championship, Dustin Jackson versus Jay De Niro. Jay De Niro is the champion. In OVW, they have like the referees give instructions before the match on the microphone, and the fucking referee said touch gloves and then come out fighting. It's not a boxing match, motherfucker. It's a goddamn wrestling match. No. Touch gloves is just dumb. Jackson uses a low blow and a cutter. He's the new OVW champion. Women's Championship, J-Rod versus lovely Miss Larkin. Miss Larkin is the champion.
You gotta love some of these names.
I gotta watch more to get Larkin. She had like the Job Squad kind of shirt, and she had therapy written across her head instead of help me. And she had a pig slipper with like a little some kind of crown on it, and she called it Lark Chop. So I don't get what it was, kind of like her head, for Al Snow, which is.
We definitely gotta check this out more.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to watch more of it to see what the fuck Lark Chop is, and she's carrying around a pig slipper like, I don't know. She was talking to it like it was head, but it just, I want to watch more. J-Rod wins the title. And then for the U.S. Championship, the main event, Kid Colossus, who is like this huge dude built like Vader, but he has like a multicolored mask and a multicolored, suit. Versus Superior Tony Evans, the champion. Very entertaining match. Colossus wins the title with a black hole slam. So,
nice. Very
entertaining show. I would suggest that everybody goes and watches it. So yeah, I want to watch more OVW. I want to watch more JCW. I got to catch some MLW. I mean, I just bought the fucking trading cards. So, do you want to do your segment or do you want me to show my stuff? Not like that. Not the stuff I bought. Okay, we'll go into yours. Oh, I have it muted. We'll fix that. All right. So what did you pick this time?
SummerSlam 1989 and SummerSlam 1999.
So we're going to show the differences between two pay-per-views in a decade.
Yep, and two nows.
Yeah. SummerSlam 1989, I had Jesse Ventura on the table because he is on commentary with Tony Schiavone. I wrote Tony over the top like he is now in AEW. When he was in WWF, he was going over the top as well. Opening match, I mean, this is a banger right here. Heart Foundation versus the Brainbusters. Yes. The Brainbusters were champs, but it was not on the line. They had just won the titles from Demolition. I wrote, it is true Arn Anderson looked like he was 45 his entire career. He was going bald.
Yes!
So he looked like, kind of like J.J. Dillon. It always looked like they were old. But awesome pay-per-view opener. The Brainbusters switch while the referee's back is turned, and Arn Anderson has to cover his head while he's doing the pin so the referee doesn't notice that it's him. So I thought it was a really good match. Brainbusters get the win. Dusty Rhodes versus the Honky Tonk Man. Now, I wrote two guys who don't have to do much or take too many bumps to keep the crowd up and excited for the match.
Oh, definitely.
This is the era when Dusty Rhodes wasn't doing fuck all in a match, other than walking around and doing a couple elbows. At one point, the end of the match, Honky Tonk Man holds Dusty Rhodes' arms from behind. Jimmy Hart goes to hit Dusty Rhodes with the guitar, and he ends up hitting Honky Tonk Man instead.
No!
And we get the bionic elbow, and Dusty Rhodes gets the win. So, and then you want to talk about a 1989 match, Mr. Perfect versus the Red Rooster. You aren't getting any more 1989 than that. Not a long match. Perfect Plex out of nowhere gets Mr. Perfect the win. This six-man tag. The Rockers and Tito Santana versus Rick Martel and the Rougeau brothers. Great six-man tag. Martel got the pin for the win. Intercontinental title. Ultimate Warrior versus Rick Rude. Rick Rude coming in as champion. He had won it at WrestleMania a few months prior. My favorite thing, we talked about it on a previous episode. They're on the outside of the ring, and the Ultimate Warrior hits Rick Rude in the back with the Intercontinental title belt. And Schiavone says, it's happening outside of the ring. And Jesse Ventura says, what are you going to tell me, Schiavone? You can shoot somebody as long as it's outside of the ring?
Oh my God, yes!
And he goes, you're even stupider than Monsoon. I thought Monsoon was the dumbest. That's him.
Yeah.
That's Steven Steele. Like, tell me that you don't think that guy's going to do a rope walk with an arm drag. And he's wearing the Walmart,
Oh my fucking God.
Macho Man style hat. But he impressed me. I got to say, he impressed me. I definitely think Rick Rude got the best matches out of the Ultimate Warrior, out of anybody. You can say WrestleMania 6 with Hogan, but as far as getting a good match, a really good match, yes. I think Rude was definitely the best. Roddy Piper comes out and distracts Rick Rude by mooning him.
No, it was McMahon that he said, you're even dumber than McMahon.
Yeah. And Warrior wins the Intercontinental title. Another six-man, Andre the Giant and the Twin Towers versus King Duggan and Demolition. I love that Hacksaw had the American flag 2x4, and the 2x4 had a little crown on it because he was the king. Which
yes,
I wish it was on there, but
I wish so too.
But I'm kind of thinking I can make one. I'm hoping. Everyone got involved at one point, and Hacksaw hit Keem with a 2x4, and the crown that was on top of the 2x4 went flying into the crowd. So, and Smash a Demolition covers for the win. The next match is Hercules versus Greg Valentine. What?
Akeem the African Dream?
Yeah, the African Dream, which is funny because that was originally making fun of Dusty Rhodes, and now Dusty Rhodes is in the same company. Hercules versus Greg Valentine. The guest ring announcer is Rugged Ronnie Garvin. He does a really fun ring announcement. He calls Greg Valentine the only wrestler he's ever seen with 2 left feet, which was really funny. It was a quick match. Valentine wins with his feet on the ropes, and Garvin and Valentine fight after the match, keeping their feud going. Do you remember the Cauldron of Madness promo that Sensational Sherry, the Macho Man, and Zeus did, where she's just like, the smoke is coming up and she's talking about...
Yeah.
If you want to know how much drugs was going on in the 1980s...
Oh, definitely.
Watch the Cauldron of Madness promo. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. It's just amazing. $1 Million Man versus Superfly Jimmy Snuka. It was an alright match.
Super fly.
That was the best thing about Snuka at that point. DiBiase wins by countout, and Virgil gets the Superfly Splash. The genius Lanny Poffo does a poem before the main event. I met Lanny Poffo. He's a really cool dude. He was really nice. The main event is Hulk Hogan and Bruce Beefcake versus the Macho Man and Zeus, the Human Wrecking Machine Zeus. This was when No Holds Barred had come out, which underrated movie in my opinion. I love No Holds Barred.
Hey, I got one thing to ask you. What's that smell?
Dookie. And Miss Elizabeth is in Hulk Hogan and Brutus's corner. Sensational Sherry is in the Macho Man and Zeus's corner. They made Zeus look like a monster. The only thing he would sell is when they would rake his eyes. You know, it was really cool. He was dominating both Hogan and Beefcake without the Macho Man's help. I love how Jesse Ventura was always full heel announcer for Rick Rude's matches and Macho Man's matches.
Yeah.
He would go in between and everybody else's, but full heel for Macho Man and Rick Rude every time.
Oh, absolutely.
Hogan no-sold the elbow drop, and then he used Sherry's loaded purse and hit Zeus in the head with it, gave him a body slam, leg drop, gets the pin. And then Hogan picks up Sherry for an atomic drop, hits her with it, and then Miss Elizabeth smacks her in the face with the loaded purse, and Brutus cuts her hair, which was basically just extensions, and you could tell, if you look at it, like, she had a bun, and then, you know, like the ponytail, and you could tell that the bun was her real hair, and then the ponytail was fake, because they had, like, tape where it was showing Brutus where to cut it, you know what I mean? So.
You know what's freaking hilarious? If you take a look back at some of the shit that Sherry did in WCW.
Oh, yeah. Hogan was knocking her around all the time.
Oh, my God, I know!
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the babyface!
Yeah. Then one thing I noticed, Jesse Ventura, the Big Boss Man, and Howard Finkel are the only 3 people involved that were both at SummerSlam 89 and SummerSlam 99. So I thought that was interesting. But SummerSlam 99, do you remember what the opening match was?
It wasn't the Lion's Den match.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a tag title match?
Nope.
Hardcore.
Nope.
Fuck, I can't remember.
Jeff Jarrett versus D'Lo Brown for both the Intercontinental and European titles.
I knew it was for a title.
D'Lo came out with both. He was both champions at once. D'Lo incredibly over in this era. The summer of '99, the crowd was heavy into D'Lo. Mark Henry turns on D'Lo, hits him with Jarrett's guitar, so Jarrett wins both titles. The next night on Raw, Jarrett just hands the European title to Mark Henry and stays the Intercontinental title. Tag Team Turmoil. The first...
Now, wait a minute. Why couldn't that happen with Ted DiBiase back in the day? What the fuck?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, the stuff changed. The stuff definitely changed. So Tag Team Turmoil, Edge and Christian number 1, Hardy's number 2, Edge and Christian in advance. Team number 3 is Mideon and Viscera, Edge and Christian in advance again. Team number 4 is Droz and Prince Albert. That's a team that you don't hear about very often. Edge and Christian again. Number 5 is the Acolytes. They run in quickly and dominate. The Acolytes advance. And team number 6 is the Hollies. This was when Crash was new to the company, and they were doing the whole where the cousins would fight and they would get distracted. So the Acolytes win, and they're number 1 contenders for the tag titles.
You want to talk about an underrated fucking superstar right there. Elroy Jetson himself Crash Holly.
Oh, yeah, Crash, definitely. Crash is very underrated.
I fucking love Crash
Especially
Holly.
as the Houdini of hardcore.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, good stuff. They did a backstage vignette with Al Snow talking to Pepper with the little chihuahua, which was funny. And then Road Dogg comes out looking like he's on vacation with a fanny pack on. Just, shorts and, sneakers and just...
And he says that he's challenging the winner.
Mm-hmm, of the next match. And he's confronted by Chris Jericho, who's standing on top of the Lion's Den and does a long promo, like it's, a segment on Raw, but whatever, it was entertaining. So Road Dogg is on commentary for Al Snow and Big Boss Man. The Roving Road Dogg, like I said. They go across the street to a bar, and Road Dogg's doing commentary the whole time.
And he's asking if JR and King wanted any shots.
Yeah. Al Snow wins with... help with Road Dogg. Road Dogg hits the Boss Man in the back with Boss Man's own nightstick. And then they run back to the arena because Al Snow's worried about Pepper because Boss Man threw a puppy pen, and threw it, a puppy cage, and everybody thought that Pepper was in it. But Al Snow runs, and then in the back there's a classic car, and the Blue Meanie and Stevie Richards are working on the car. Why are they working on a car at backstage of a pay-per-view? What the fuck sense does that make? Well, Al Snow thinks that they have Pepper, so he beats both of them up, which is just funny. So Al Snow's the new hardcore champion.
Speaking of them working on a car, and I know I talked about this on the last episode, you have to look up the extra stuff from Great American Bash of 2005, where they're parodying the West Coast Choppers, where they're working on the big fucking wheels.
Oh, the big wheels, yeah, the BWO, yeah.
Yes!
That's really cool. The next match, the Lion's Den weapons match. If you don't know what the Lion's Den is, it's not the octagon, it's more circular than that, but it's got a platform for the referee to be on, and it's really, really close quarters where they have to fight. It's a weapons match. Steve Blackman versus Ken Shamrock. Steve Blackman proves you don't need to do promos to get over.
Nope.
Great match. Shamrock won with a kendo stick headshot, but this was Ken Shamrock's last pay-per-view match in the WWF. Not his last match. His last match was on SmackDown, but his last pay-per-view match in the WWF.
Because didn't he start feuding with Jericho for a little while?
Yeah. This match I really, really loved. The Love Her or Leave Her Greenwich Street fight. Shane McMahon versus Test. If Shane wins, Test has to stop seeing Stephanie McMahon. If Test wins, Shane McMahon has to butt out of the relationship.
Butt out, bitch.
Yeah. The Mean Street Posse end up sitting at ringside on a couch.
I fucking love the Mean Street Posse.
Mean Street Posse was great. Test had a shirt, a black shirt, a skin tight shirt, and they had attacked his ribs before, and he had the tape, the bandages outside of the shirt. That's just stupid. Have the bandages underneath and then take off the shirt to reveal the bandages.
Really?
He had the whole match, he had the shirt on with the bandages around it. It looked really stupid. But I definitely thought this match was going to make Test a bigger star, but not so much. Shane McMahon was handed a huge picture of the Posse in a frame in glass, and he just slammed it over Test's head, and the glass went flying everywhere at ringside. That was really cool. I think this was, and it was one of the first ones he ever did, Shane's best elbow drop from the ropes through a table. Just the way he does it. Go back and watch it. It was really, really cool. The Stooges, Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe come out to neutralize the Mean Street Posse, and Test wins. So Shane McMahon has to get out of stop becoming a problem. So.
Oh God, I love those two back in the day.
Oh yeah, the Stooges. No,
yes,
absolutely good stuff. The tag team titles: X-Pac and Kane versus Big Show and Undertaker. I really love the team of Big Show and Undertaker. I wish the Undertaker didn't get injured and they could have done more with it.
This is the match where he bitch slaps the Big Show.
Oh yeah, slaps the fuck out of him. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Undertaker looked so badass at this point. It was right after the Ministry of Darkness, and he looked so good. Non-stop tag match. Big Show and Undertaker win the tag titles, but you can tell Undertaker is highly pissed at the end of this match.
Oh, yeah.
And then this match, I forgot about. The Kiss My Ass match, Mr. Ass versus The Rock. This feud was so confusing, but it got us the My Name's Billy promo by The Rock. So
My name's Billy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Mr. Ass brings out a very large woman and says that Rock's not gonna kiss Mr. Ass's ass. He's gonna kiss her ass. And of course it's a Rock match, so they went to the outside and to the crowd. Shame they didn't do more with Billy Gunn singles. He was and still a tremendous athlete. Rock shoved Billy Gunn's face into the woman's ass, and then Rock Bottom and People's Elbow gets the win, and that was pretty much the end of Billy Gunn in the singles. They went right back to being the New Age Outlaws after this.
Yes,
and then the WWF title, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the champion, versus Triple H and Mankind with Jesse Ventura as referee.
This is the match where fucking Austin gets tied up in the ropes.
Yeah. Great hype video with story about China being the #1 contender at one point, and then it ends up being Mankind. Ventura kicks out China. He won't count when Triple H uses the chair. Shane McMahon comes out and argues with Ventura and eventually gets a stunner from Austin. And Jesse Ventura throws Shane McMahon out of the ring over the top rope, and Austin gets up onto the second rope to make a point, and he flips over and gets caught in the rope. And Triple H has to help him out, which is really funny. Triple H hits a pedigree, but Mankind breaks it up and pins Austin. New WWF champions 3 times in 1 year for Mankind. And then Triple H destroys Austin's knee with a chair at the end of the match. And Austin, it gives chance for Austin to go away for a little bit, and then they redo the feud later.
Great fucking feud with who ran over Austin.
Oh yeah, that was way after that.
God.
Way after that.
Dude, we got 2 years out of that.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So let's do this.
Show me what you got.
You don't have anything. But I also bought the Hacksaw Jim Duggan Ultimate Elite Edition. And then I bought, because I wanted to finish the Build-A-Figure.
I want to get my hands on this Triple H.
The blue tights Triple H with the world title belt and the 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire.
This was Hell in a Cell against Kevin Nash.
And I bit the bullet, and I ordered Crush online on eBay because I'm tired of waiting trying to find it at Target. So
I don't blame you.
I'm not really worried about it because I want to build a figure. I have a whole shelf of Scott Hall as Razor Ramon and Scott Hall. So I wanted the diamond stud, so that's what I did. I bought that Triple H. And I wanted a new Jacob Fatu, so I got the new Elite one with the red Samoan werewolf shirt.
Nice.
And we talked about this movie on, I think, the last episode. I got some more He-Man figures.
He-Man!
The original He-Man. The original Skeletor. I mean, these are like redos.
Yeah,
they're not, the originals. And then Prince Adam's father, King Randor, King of Eternia. So I had to get some more. I spend too much money, but damn,
I got one thing to say.
What
the hell is this piece, man? He's blue.
Yeah, for Faker, yeah. And then I went to a shop and I bought some videos. This DVD, Ultimate Insiders,
nice.
A shoot interview with the Hardy Boys. The first disc is the two of them together. Then the second disc is Jeff Hardy by himself, and the third disc is Matt Hardy by himself, which is really cool. There's matches on here from when they were in Omega, I believe. Their trampoline federation stuff too. So yeah, so I had to get that. And then the uncensored ECW Path of Destruction.
Nice.
This is an official ECW release before they went out of business. Chris Jericho versus Too Cold Scoprio versus Pitbull #2 versus Shane Douglas. Rob Van Dam versus Bam Bam Bigelow. This is where Rob Van Dam wins the television championship.
It's such a great fucking match.
Sabu versus the Sandman. The Taipei Death Match. Ian Rotten versus Axel Rotten.
Oh my god, yes.
A triple three-way dance. Jerry Lynn versus Tajiri versus Super Crazy. From their great feud, Dean Malenko versus Eddie Guerrero. And then Psychosis versus Rey Mysterio Jr. I got this for $3. $3.
Nice.
And then the Legends of Wrestling, the Round Table series that they did on the WWE 24/7 before they actually had the network. The Heat Seekers video, Buff Bagwell and Lex Luger on the cover. They have the Freebirds match on here. Lex Luger and Barry Windham versus Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. Loser leaves the NWA, the Midnight Express versus the original Midnight Express. United States title match, Lex Luger versus Michael Hayes. Scott Hall versus Goldberg. Scott Hall versus Kevin Nash, the one from Halloween Havoc, where Nash just like power bombs him a couple times.
That match was kind of like a fucking train wreck.
The steel cage match, Vince Russo versus Booker T from Nitro. And the boxing match, Buff Bagwell versus Roddy Piper. Got this for $3 as well.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I got some VHSs because I love to display and watch wrestling VHSs. The Lita, It Just Feels Right VHS. Austin 316 Uncensored. I got these for $2 a piece.
Nice.
Undertaker, He Buries Them Alive, the original Coliseum video. Triple H, The Game. I mean, these are...
And Mick Foley.
Three Faces of Foley, the VHS. The Stone Cold Steve Austin, What? And Andre the Giant, The Missing Matches. Now, this may be deceiving. It is not a full tape of Andre the Giant matches. It has one Andre the Giant match. Andre the Giant, Dusty Rhodes, and the Junkyard Dog versus the Samoans and Ernie Ladd from 1982. But it also has Paul Orndorff versus Tony Charles, Bob Orton versus Jim Garvin, Mr. Olympia versus Zapata, and the Iron Sheik versus King Cobra. So, for $2, I mean...
That's not bad for $2.
King of the Ring, 1992.
Ooh!
Or 2002, I'm sorry, 2002. Is it? Yeah,
2002.
It was Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar on the back. You'll like this one.
Yes.
FMW Crash and Burn with Masato Tanaka on the front.
Love FMW!
Yep. $2.
I got Alex into watching some of the Japan wrestling. She likes watching the Japan wrestling over like the AAA promotion.
Yeah. Alex is his girlfriend, by the way.
Yes.
The Rock, the People's Champ. I mean...
My better half.
Yep. The missing match is King Kong Bundy. They misspelled Kamala on here. They spelled it Komala.
You remember Kamala?
Yeah, versus the King Lawler, not even the King Jerry Lawler, the King Lawler. Tommy Rich versus Masaito, plus the Wild Free for All featuring Ravishing Rick Rude and the Anvil versus Jerry Lawler and the PYT Express. So it says the lost match with King Kong Bundy, and Bundy didn't even...
The fuck?
Yeah, so whatever. Maybe they meant to say Bundy instead of Kamala versus Jerry the King Lawler.
Maybe.
But this one, I did not buy. This makes me very happy. Do you remember the Dark Side of the Ring with the UWF
Yes.
Herb Abrams? This is an official UWF Herb Abrams UWF VHS.
Oh.
Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. It also has Steve Dr. Death Williams versus Mr. Wonderful. Cowboy Bob Orton versus Mr. Wonderful. I got this for free. One of my co-workers was cleaning out to do a garage sale, and he found this tape, and he thought of me, and he asked me if I wanted it. Yes, I want it. Do you know how rare these UWF VHSs are?
Really?
Yeah, so... to get it for free, I was extremely happy about
We
that.
have to check this out.
Yeah, we will watch this. Yeah, it has 4 matches on it. We will definitely watch it. I will, but what I want to see is I want to see if I can get an actual like digital of this because I really don't want to put this in a VCR.
Right.
Chance having it getting eaten up. But
So both of these we definitely have to check out.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, that one I don't mind trying to throw in there, but yeah. So if that's a good idea, we will have to. I'll actually write that down. Crash and Burn and Mr. Wonderful.
Actually, you know what? We might actually be able to find this both of these on YouTube.
Might be able to, yeah. So that's all I got, which is a lot of stuff, which Ben said. Also, I bought the Hall of Champions Intercontinental title set from Target. It has Pat Patterson with the original Intercontinental title belt on it. The Honky Tonk Man, complete with guitar and the Intercontinental title. CM Punk with the Attitude Era style belt, and then Dominic Mysterio with the newer one, which whatever. But it's $87, but I really wanted it. So
do you not want Dominic?
I mean, I have his Elite one already. So
can I have it?
Yeah, you can have it.
Yes.
But you're gonna have to wait till I open it up.
Yes, because I don't have a Dominic Mysterio out of the box to display.
Okay. So SummerSlam, did you watch any of the SummerSlam from this past weekend?
Bits and pieces of it.
Okay. I'm going to go through this quick because we're already an hour into the show.
Yes.
There's a lot. Night 1, the women's title. First match, Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's first defense since WrestleMania. That's just stupid.
Yes.
Roxanne and Raquel get involved. It was a good match. Liv retained. The Usos got a Gears of War entrance. They had a sponsored entrance. I don't know what the Usos got. I wrote Jacob Fatu came out next. I can understand the Samoan werewolf, a badass, getting the Gears of War entrance.
Yes.
But whatever. So it was the Usos and Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys. If you watch SummerSlam, LA Knight's entrance made the entranceway look amazing. It was badass when he came out. At one point during the match, Solo Sikoa has like Jey Uso down on the mat.
Oh my God! Yes.
And he runs it back. He yeets with Jey Uso's music. The crowd yeets more for Solo than they do for Jey. If he keeps going the way he's going, he's going to be the biggest babyface in WWE. Solo Sikoa is fucking magic right now.
Yes. He is definitely coming to his own.
Yep. Royce Keys did a power slam off the second rope on Jacob Fatu, which is fucking amazing. LA Knight's team won, so that's really cool.
It's looking like they're going to be having a pretty good feud with Royce and Jacob.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially after what happened on SmackDown.
Yep. The match of the night, I think the match of the whole weekend, to be honest. Gunther versus Nick Aldis.
Yes.
They built this up so well, and if this is Nick Aldis' only match in WWE, which I don't think it will be, I think he'll be in the Rumble at some point. But he comes out, they call him the National Treasure, and he comes out to Oasis, which Triple H did an interview where he told him he didn't know if they could get Oasis, but they ended up getting Oasis to license the music, which is awesome. Cole called a body slam a Michinoku Driver. When we praised him for being good for a while, he has gone right back to being Vince McMahon, Michael Cole.
Yes.
He's horrible again. What the fuck happened? He was doing so well when they started, when they changed, when like Kevin Dunn left and the visuals of the show changed.
Yes.
It just he just went back to being a good old annoying Michael Cole again. I don't get it.
Where's his coal miners?
Right. Aldis looked great. He did 2 top rope elbow drops, and they both looked great. Gunther put the sleeper on him, got like the hooks in, and they were on the mat. But Aldis powered up and got to his feet, but Gunther brought him back down anyways, and Aldis tapped out. He got a standing ovation. Mickey James and their son ended up getting in the ring with him. If that's his only match, yeah, that's awesome. He deserved it. He looked really good in the match, and Gunther made him look awesome. So,
yes.
Paige and the Bellas versus Fatal Influence. Hearing Cole kept calling the Bellas Hall of Famers just sounded so fucking absurd. Just like Michelle McCool being a Hall of Famer, just ridiculous. Fatal Influence win, and then the Bellas attack Paige after the match. And Brie was legit hurt during this match. I can't remember what she tore, but I think she hurt something with her shoulder, and you can tell she tries to throw one of the Fatal Influence girls outside the ring at one point, and she can barely even toss her. It looked really bad. And then the undisputed title, Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. Cody came out with like his usual skull helmet, but he had the Colonel Guile hair.
That looks awesome.
It looked ridiculous, but awesome at the same time.
I kind of want it.
Yeah, Punk came out with the Minnesota North Stars inspired jacket and gear, which was really cool.
I see people like saying that it's Cody Rhodes' gear from back when he first started.
Oh yeah, that's Kid Colossus. No music for Punk until he says it's clobbering time. Like, that's really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a new thing, but we've got to be getting heel Cody soon.
Yes.
It's got to happen. The crowd is not cheering for him like they used to. They're not singing his song like they used to.
I want to see heel Cody.
I want to see black hair, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, Bullet Club Cody.
Yes.
That's what I want to see. This was not a good match. Punk did like the worst moonsault ever. Punk misses the elbow through the table. Randy Orton came out and RKO'd Cody. Punk retains. Wasn't a good match. Then the main event, Hell in a Cell, Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi. I don't think this match lived up to the hype. It was a good match, but I really don't think it did. At the beginning, they're like the referees like seeing if they're okay to they're ready to go. They had like flamethrowers inside the cell before they finished lowering it. Ugh. They had to stand around and wait for them to pull them fucking things out so they could lower the cage all the way. It was just dumb. Ugh. It didn't add anything to the presentation at all.
No.
But and then Oba Femi lays a table up against the cell and like Irish whips Lesnar into it and breaks the table. You've got the fucking cell. Whip him into the cell.
What did we talk about? They need to not use the weapons that these two just needed to...
And like a badass like Lesnar needs the steps and steel chairs. Why? Use the cell. When Undertaker and Brock Lesnar wrestled in Hell in a Cell, they used the cell as a weapon.
Literally.
Yeah. And they got Wingstop logos on the chairs, which just looks fucking dumb. Ugh. Like the Slim Jim logos on the tables, I could kind of get by with, but now they've got them on fucking everything. I don't like a lot about Vince McMahon, but he never would have fucking let them do with what they've done with all these logos and shit.
No.
Lesnar did a tombstone onto Oba Femi on the exposed boards. Oba Femi won. And on the Pat McAfee show, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before.
Yesterday.
Lesnar said he is retired, so that's interesting. Night number 2, number 1 contenders match. Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. But wait, Nick Aldis comes out and adds Gunther, which he lost to him the night before, but he adds him to the match.
But wait, there's more!
Yep. Aldis brings out Kevin Owens and makes it a fatal 4-way. The pop was so loud, it drowned out his music at one point. You could see the emotion. It was... KO beat Sammy with the stunner. He's the new number 1 contender. The emotion for his return is one of the things I love about pro wrestling. The support that people give to people, especially when they're returning from an injury like he had. I mean, he had 2 vertebrae, his neck fused, yes. And they didn't think he was ever going to come back. So, and Owens, we mentioned it before, gave Rebel a shout out on the post show, which was
absolutely great. That was great.
U.S. title, Trick Williams versus Baron Corbin.
His fuzzy title.
I did not pay any attention to this match. Lil Yachty ended up going through a table. Corbin used the belt, new U.S. champion.
Ugh.
The interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match. Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, Lash Legend, and Charlotte. Okay, ladder match. Chelsea wins the title. Awesome.
I'm happy that Chelsea won.
Now, this one people are complaining about, and I don't care. It's pure comedy, and I loved it.
Yes!
Human Money's on a pole. Dominic Mysterio versus Danhausen. Shout out to Danhausen for having the Bret Hart style tights.
Yes!
And he had like instead of like the 4 hearts that Bret Hart had,
teeth.
What did he have? He had 4 teeth. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Danhausen is money. I hope they don't overuse him, but the guy, any social media stuff that he puts out on TikTok or interviews that he does with people, he's in full character and it's fucking tremendous.
Did you see the fucking bus that they gave him the van?
No, I didn't.
I gotta send you a picture of it then.
Okay. JD came out and Minihausen's. One of them used to be El Torito, but he's the one that does all the bumps and stuff. One of them was Brad Williams, the dwarf comedian.
Yes!
Which was awesome. Joe Hendry comes out, and then Dominic's about to grab the money, and Danhausen curses him.
You are cursed.
And Pyro shoots up and distracts Dominic Mysterio. And Danhausen wins, so that was cool.
The human money!
And then they show legends in the crowd. They show the Killer Bees, who I've met both of them. The model Rick Martel, who I really want to meet.
Didn't we already meet him or no?
No, we did not meet the model. He's only lately started doing conventions. So, and then, if you know any of the controversy that's going on right now with the Power Town action figures that nobody can get because it's a total scam, they showed Greg Gagne in the crowd. And that's a guy that I don't think should be going out in public with how many people he's fucked out of money.
Yeah.
And then they showed Molly Holly, which is great. Molly Holly's somebody that does not get enough attention because she was so good.
Yes.
The IC title match, Penta versus Gable. Penta looked badass in his leather jacket for his entrance. Match of the night so far. Penta tapped out. Gable, new IC champion. The World Heavyweight title, the main event, Rollins versus Reigns, dueling power bombs through the tables. And then I said this, because they're destroyed. And then at one point, you can see like Wade Barrett and Michael Cole watching the monitor on the floor.
Ugh.
They have the Slim Jim tables underneath the ring. Why don't they just set up one of those tables, put the fucking monitors on it,
Really?
and then they could use those? Like, why not? You're not going to rebuild the tables. Why have them looking down at monitors on the floor? It's
Really?
fucking stupid.
And the one thing I don't understand, why the fuck are you looking at monitors when it's...
I think it's just because they want to describe what the people are actually seeing, not all the stuff that's going on. So, yeah. I understand what you're saying as well.
It made more sense when they're up by the stage back in, like, 2002 and shit.
Yeah. Rollins does the wacky line clothesline like Dean Ambrose used to do, and Roman Reigns does a paradigm shift. So that's really cool. They did shout outs to Jon Moxley in the match, which was really cool. Roman Reigns ends up...
You mean John Minetti?
Yeah. Roman Reigns does 3 spears and gets the win, but they do the shield pose after, which was actually pretty cool. So that feud is pretty much done. One thing I have to mention, it wasn't on the pay-per-view or anything. I think it was on SmackDown. They were doing a backstage thing with, is it Toa Longa or Tala Tonga and Tonga Loa? Or no, Tama Tonga and Tala Tonga. They were talking about family and everything. Who comes in? Haku, their father. If you know anything about me, Haku was one of my favorites as a kid. And to know that badass is now on WWE TV,
again,
even if it was just one thing, if he signed a Legends deal and we're going to get Haku action figures,
yes.
I'm all about that, and I will do anything to get Haku action figures.
I want the WCW one, when he had the fucking afro.
Yeah, when he was Meng, absolutely.
Yes! But they gotta have it where he comes with a garbage can.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we did predictions, and I gotta say, you won. You got 9 right, and I got 6 right. So, you got 9 out of 12, so you did pretty damn good. So yeah, it was a good SummerSlam. I'm not saying it wasn't.
Not bad for somebody who's watching bits and fucking pieces of WWE.
Yeah, right. You did better than I did. This weekend, in like 3 days, we are going to be doing a table at Pure Vanguard Wrestling's Face-Off event. It is at the Boys and Girls Club in Bristol, Connecticut. Doors open at 6:30, 7 o'clock bell time. We are going to be doing an interview with my friend Bull Dread and his tag team partner, Danny Blaze.
And by we, you mean you.
Yeah, because you don't know fuck all about Bull Dread, so I mean, you've seen one of his matches.
Yes,
you know, at a
and
show. So,
I don't even know how to do a fucking interview, to tell you the truth.
So he's going to man the camera, and I'm going to do the interviews.
Cameraman!
Right. So I don't know how long of an interview it's going to be, but it's going to be the first interview that we've ever done. So I'm excited about that.
And didn't we say that we wanted him to be our very first interview?
I know I said that. So, Two Buff versus Sylvan Moreland versus Johnny Medina versus Michael Mistretta, 4-way. Ryan Frost versus Nick Thompson. A lot of these people I don't know, but Bull Dread and Danny Blaze versus Carson Chris and Mr. Graves. Nessa Ferrari versus Emily Saxton. The PWV and USWF Unified Championship. Steve Off versus Antonio Andolini, who's the champion, versus a name you'll know, Fox Vineyard.
Yeah.
We know Fox Vineyard. The tag team titles Pretty Chill, Dickie Moon and Pretty Poppy versus the Empire, Ken Powers and Clipper Jones. Killa J versus JC Black, that's a women's match. And the heavyweight champion, these are two I know from the CTWE days, Randy Shawn versus Dan DeMann.
Ooh.
If you are in Connecticut or in the Northeast, we're making a 3-hour drive each way so that's going to be a long day for us because we're going to drive, set up our table, do the interview, and man our table through the entire show, and then drive 3 hours home. So, not complaining, I love it. I love it. We're going to have the new and improved DX DVD playing on my in-dash DVD player. I don't watch it while I'm driving. It's just something other than music that, you know, kind of distracts from the fact that you're driving for 3 fucking hours.
Right? Hey, we all know what Vince likes, right?
Yeah, he likes cocks, yeah.
No, it's dicks!
No, it's not. It's cocks. So, I'm sure tickets will be sold at the door. Check out Pure Vanguard Wrestling. Check out their Facebook. They have done so many videos leading up to this show. They really do it right. They really do good at hyping up their shows. I can't wait for this. What's great about us doing the tables is, I mean, we're not sitting out in the crowd, but we can still see everything that's happening during the show. It's the easiest way for us to get out word about the show. We're going to have gift bags to give to people with like stickers and our stickers and plus WCW stickers. It has a WWF pencil in it, a pack of trading cards. So we go all out for our fans when we
Yes, we do.
So if you're in the Northeast, go check out Pure Vanguard Wrestling. Make the trip to Connecticut and enjoy a good show. cheappops.redbubble.com for
merchandising.
And our new logo will be on a shirt eventually, for sure.
Yes.
cheappopshow.com, at Cheap Pop Show on social media. Mostly Facebook, because X is just, I've said it before, X is just a cesspool.
It is.
I do post on there occasionally, but mostly on Facebook. It's the easiest thing to do. And we're gonna post the interview on TikTok, or at least snippets of the interview on TikTok, because I don't know how we're gonna be able to put the whole thing on there. He's got ideas for new TikTok videos. We're gonna do more,
and a couple of new logos.
Yep. So we're gonna have a good time at the show. Pure Vanguard Wrestling. Make the trip to Connecticut. Thank you so much for checking out the show. Like, subscribe, comment. My God, we've been going for an hour and 18 minutes. Thank you very much for checking us out. Pop Guys out.